And here we are back again with another NFC East show. I am the Philly sports guy. And to my left, we got TruBlu. Below him, Sneaky G-Man. And, of course, right below me, Keith Engle from TGI Sports. And we are the NFC East show. We are broadcasting here on the Northeast Streaming Sports Network and Zodiac TV. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
What's going on?
It's been a lot of fun. It was actually a gorgeous week this week up here in Philly. I'm not sure. How was it down in Dallas?
It was great. The birds were chirping. The birds were singing. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to. There's not a cloud in sight. It was good.
It's starting to get hot.
70 degrees here in upstate New York. So
in upstate New York, it's how much?
70 degrees today. It's beautiful.
That's beautiful. As they would say, it's baseball weather.
Yeah.
And since the Phillies are doing so great, I could say that out loud. So, but anyways, so tonight I wanted to, I said, let's try to figure out what we're going to talk about. And you know what? We got a lot of common opponents. And, last year we got beat up by the other divisions that we played against. Obviously, the West beat us up. The AFC Central beat us up, or North is whatever they want to call themselves, or however. And and I thought that it would be a good idea to kind of start off with them on show number 3, since we're in the dog days here a little bit before the draft. Because ultimately, once we get to the draft, then the real fun begins.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yep.
But so of course, just to mention the teams that we're all going to be playing. We got for the AFC South is New Orleans, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, and Carolina, and then for the AFC West, we've got Kansas City, LA, Denver, and Oakland. And those are our common opponents this year. And hopefully we could do a little bit better than we did last year against common opponents. I think that we got swept by Cleveland. I think Washington was the only team that beat Pittsburgh. And, I don't know. Did anybody beat Baltimore?
No.
Not here.
And then I guess there was Cincinnati. Well, we got a tie.
We got to win.
Yeah.
We got that.
We got that dub as well.
Yeah, Washington lost to the Panthers too.
Well, the Panthers last year, that was because that wasn't a common opponent for us. That was the last place record.
Yeah, right.
So there you go. But and then we all played. Like I said, the Eagles are still on the schneid with Seattle. Seattle's had the Eagles number for a really long time.
Yeah.
And and then ultimately it's and then we beat San Francisco, which was I guess we got them early. Right after that, Bosa got hurt. And
we lost to their JV team in week 2.
That was an Evan Ingram, right?
Well, he started. He he fumbled the ball. That was the one of many turnovers that he was resulted in last season. So, gotta love it.
Well, so For the Eagles are playing at home. New Orleans, this is funny because all our home games are all 2-name teams: New Orleans, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. But they don't count because they're our last place team in the West. So, and I know that Dallas has got the exact opposite as we do. They're actually playing them all away. So, and we get. Of course, like those two teams were both playoff contenders, New Orleans and Tampa Bay. Atlanta and Carolina have definitely. Carolina specifically, I love the coach. I'm a big fan.
I love the coach there. Love the coach.
He was a Temple guy. So
Sam Darnold is going to turn into a major player with those two guys, with him and Brady as his coordinator. Great move for Darnold.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
That's going to be something else over there. New QB, new coach.
So, but I kind of expect, and then Atlanta has Yeah, I don't know. That team is a mess.
They're on the rebuild.
Yeah, it's I feel bad because Matty Ice is you all right there, Sneaky?
Apparently, I just got a gift. I swear I was trying to ignore my oldest daughter. And I do apologize. Looks like Mama Boss bought me a new chair.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
It was the oldest child.
huh?
The oldest one.
I do apologize. Let me fix it. There we go. Until I get situated. I mean,
Makes for some great TV, though.
It does.
Exactly. Yeah, and if it was anybody other than Mama Boss, I wouldn't have done it mid-show.
Well, we all know who wears the pants in that family.
Well, the truth is, I actually wear the pants. She just picks them out for me. That's
Wow.
that's kind of. I mean, I have no. I love you. I love you.
He's still talking to her, right?
Yeah. Well, I hope he ain't talking to me because I don't. I like him a lot, but I don't love him like that.
Actually, Keith, that one was for you. That was
Thank you.
That's for you.
It would behoove you. It behooves you to love him back.
It would be.
Well, it would behoove me not to do that with my wife still nearby.
So, but anyways, but let's start off. Let's start off with the Super Bowl champions. Like obviously we get them at home in Philly, and Tom Brady has. I want to say the last few times he's played us, the Eagles, he's beaten us, except for one very specific time that I'm very happy to say that even though he threw for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, wasn't enough. Just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So and that's I'm glad that we're getting him here and not in Tampa Bay.
We got him in Tampa Bay.
So last time I saw the Eagles play in Tampa Bay, I watched a 63-yard field goal for Tampa to win it by Matt Bryant.
He's questionable for the game, by the way. I was just looking at the injury report. He's questionable.
Who? Oh, Brady?
Yeah.
Well, he was questionable. He's still questionable for the Super Bowl.
He's been questionable since 2002.
Right. So, but I thought that was only a Belichick thing.
I was going to say, but we're on in
Apparently
Cincinnati.
not.
We're on in
Apparently
Cincinnati.
not.
But anyways, and then of course we get New Orleans at home. We get the new breezeless New Orleans Saints.
I think it's going to be an ugly year in New Orleans myself.
I'm hoping so.
It's going to be people are going to miss Drew Brees immensely this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was such a force coming out of San Diego. I knew once he left Purdue that he was gonna win a Super Bowl. I just knew it. He has such great mechanics. Even Doug Flutie, when he took over basically Doug Flutie's position in KC. Doug Flutie, he didn't want to give any compliments. He was like, "Yeah, he got good footwork," and that's all he would say about him. That's all he would say about him.
It's funny. How different would NFL history and maybe college football history be if the Dolphins had signed Drew Brees instead of Culpepper? Saban might have won a bunch of Super Bowls, never gone to Alabama. Who knows?
Saban would have a mansion in Miami right now.
Yeah,
easy.
So it's funny because as we were talking about Tom Brady, I got a little note here that's saying that we beat him in New England with Nick Foles, and Jenkins returned an interception for a touchdown that day. So I'll tell you how I feel about that game specifically. I felt that because that was so we won that game, but that we had what's his name with us as our coach? Chip Kelly. And I tell you, Chip Kelly, at the end of that game, when you saw Belichick and Chip Kelly meet at midfield, I could have sworn that they were about to make out. Because I know that those two got a love affair with each other. You know what I mean? That they Belichick doesn't hold many people in high regard, but for some reason he likes to hold Chip Kelly in regard. And I swear to God, I feel that Belichick threw that game. That was like the only time, minus this year, that was the only time that Belichick lost back-to-back games at home. Ever, I think, until this season.
In New England.
In New England, right. That's what I'm talking about. With Tom Brady. I swear to Christ, I feel like he threw that game because at the time, Chip Kelly was on the hot seat. And he figured losing that game wasn't going to mean nothing to him. He was still going to get in the playoffs and win because the AFC East stunk so badly. So, just my opinion.
What year was that? Remind me real quick. What year was that?
2016.
Okay. That's when they beat Atlanta, right?
Well, the Eagles didn't make it to the playoffs.
No. I'm talking about New England.
I'm sorry, it was 2015.
Okay, 2015. That was the Broncos. Okay, yeah, they played. Right. The Patriots played Broncos at home. Okay.
So, yeah, I guess the Patriots lost in the.
They did. Yeah, they did.
Right, and the Broncos won that game.
Yeah, and
in Denver.
In Denver, yes. And you know what though? I will say that
Probably because he threw that game.
Well, I don't know if he threw the game. I would actually say I would actually say that was Belichick's best coaching year, even though they got up to the AFC Championship game. I mean, we can only name one wide receiver on that team.
Well, Edelman, Wes Welker, and Edelman.
No, Wes Welker was on the Broncos. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was on the Broncos. He was on the Broncos at that time, and I want to say they had. I don't know if they had Amendola that year or it was the next year, but
Amendola was hurt most of that year. Yeah,
right, and he wasn't in that game, and I don't even know if Edelman even played in the AFC Championship game. But to go in that, lose by 2. And that year was Peyton's last year, and Denver was a tough place to play at that time. So, and I remember when Peyton was walking up to Belichick saying that, this is my last rodeo.
But Brady never saw Groff wide open for the 2-point conversion at the end of that game. By the way,
no, he did not. He did not. He was wide open. And then,
funny how you guys remember all that well.
And Cam they went 15-1 that season. And here's a fun fact. I'm just going to throw this out there. And I know this is the NFC East show, but Coach, your coach Rivera wanted their NFC Championship ring to say 15-1 or was it 17-1, not 17-2. Because it was, it was up to that point, not because they lost the Super Bowl.
Right.
Sadly, he lost that battle, and if I'm not mistaken, they put that on there. So
that was an ugly Super Bowl. Gosh, ugly.
Hey, well, yeah, I mean, and you know what? And that ended Cam's career because he didn't go after that fumble.
Yeah,
he didn't go after that fumble.
Yeah.
So. And interestingly enough, we're going to be playing that, and of course, Rivera is no longer with them anymore. And they actually have the Temple coach, who went to, I think he went to Baylor after that, and brought Baylor.
Baylor.
But I love that coach. I think he's a great coach, and he's from New York, so a lot of ties to this area, and to at least the NFC East area. Down in Carolina. And same thing with Atlanta because, their quarterback, even though Matty Ice is way old,
By the way, I can tell you I saw almost every one of Matty Ice's home college games. A friend of mine's son played offensive line for Boston College during the same period Matty was there. He used to sit with his dad in the stands. He was crazy as a loon, but we had a lot of fun. It's a great atmosphere at Boston College if you guys are college football fans. Boston College, you got one of the greatest atmospheres at home any place. But
Well, I tell you what, college football in Philadelphia just doesn't rate at all. Not there is no college football. However, Matt Rule
Temple's
put
all
it,
there is, right?
yeah, put it up, yeah, put Temple on the map. I mean, going to bowl games, they were ranked for a minute. You know what I mean? It was just, which was amazing. You know what I mean? And then, I think we had. I just remember the kid had red hair. That kid had red hair, and he wound up going to Pittsburgh, and he was a middle linebacker. But he was with a long Polish last name.
That was not coming to me. But Matt Rule does a great job. He goes to Baylor and takes over a nightmare of a program there, too. It got left in ruins by Art Briles. So he did a great job at Baylor. He's just a good football coach. Matt Rule.
So you're saying in PA there's not a college? You said a college football atmosphere?
Not in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Yeah.
Not in PA. Pitt actually ranks out in Pittsburgh. Penn State ranks. I mean, if there's a, like, when you think of college football in Philly, there's Temple and then there's Penn State, which is nowhere near Philadelphia.
Right.
So I mean, it's not like so that's kind of why I say that it just doesn't rate here. You know what I mean? Like college basketball rates big because the Big Five, and you have Villanova, St. Joe's, Penn. I mean, it's not as big as it used to be, but I mean, it's still out there. You know what I mean?
LaSalle, big in the city, though, isn't it, Pegs?
Say again.
It's not a big story outside of Philadelphia, maybe, but it's still big within the region, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, like I say, college basketball ranks, but college football does not. It just doesn't. I mean, that's a thing. I mean, we are Penn State. Yay. You know what I mean? It's like I barely watch those games. I tell you, the biggest thing, there you go. Eddie's right on it. Eddie's always a half a step ahead of me, it seems. The Army-Navy game. That's the one game that I'm more interested in because I always beat up Sneaky G because most of the time Navy wins. They got lucky this week or this season. But
are we on a 2 game? Yeah, we on a little winning streak. What you talking about?
One game. Navy won the year before, and then you guys had won 2 games before that, and then Navy was 18 years in a row. So let's if we want to go back, we've had.
Listen, speaking of great coaches, there's 2 great coaches in those 2 schools too, by the way.
Army, Navy.
Philly sports guy, you actually sound like a Dallas Cowboy fan right there. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about we beat y'all 18 times before, but now all of a sudden, you sound just like
this game. That game was like the most boring game this year because it was what?
Hold on. I got to say this. Yesterday, I work in a fairly large office, and I rarely see this gentleman. Maybe once a week, once a month. Okay. And I bumped into this guy twice yesterday. And second time, I would say, hey, I need to get a lottery ticket. And then, I always walk around with my Giants lanyard. He said, oh, well, you're only going to be a winner if you wear a Cowboys lanyard. I said, oh, well, in that case, then I don't need to win this lottery. I'll just brag about the last 5 I won. And, he said, you had to go there. I said, every day. Every day.
It's so funny. It's so funny that Washington. Yep. So a couple years ago, I'm at the draft. Of course, TruBlu is at the draft, and he'll remember this story. A Giants fan. This guy was every bit of 6'4", 6'5", and about 400 pounds. Guy was a beast. And he sits down in a row. And at the draft, they had us the Cowboys and the Giants were in front, and then the Eagles and the Redskins are right behind them. And I'm finally up there on the stage. This is Saturday now. So I was up there on Friday night, but Saturday I get up there. And this guy sits down, and I start talking to him, and I'm like, hey, I bet you're a closet Eagles fan. I bet you got jerseys in your closet. And, of course, he holds up 4 fingers, and I go, whoa, you got 4 jerseys in your closet. Next thing you know, the Cowboys fans start chirping, and it's getting like it sounds heated, but we're all just chirping and having a great time. the Washington fans, they started to try to chirp. And it's like nobody even hears them. Nobody even pays attention at all. Yeah, like they're just lost in the back shuffle. And it went back and forth. I tell you,
There was
how
time.
quiet I am. You know how quiet I can be. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're going back and forth. We're going back and forth, and all the cameras, ESPN, NBC, everybody comes running over to our side. And then I tell you, he was like the big boss man. Yeah, he came in and just stood in the middle of like this security guard, this monster of a security guard. And I like it was funny because everybody kind of quieted down, and I just said out loud, "Well, I guess that's done." You know what I mean? And it was just so much fun to kind of watch all that happen, banter back and forth about Super Bowls. Because of course Dallas likes to talk about the 5 Super Bowls, that was like a quarter of a century ago, and the Giants think that they're something, but they can't beat the Eagles ever. Well, they did just once this year. So
I was about to. Don't worry, I was about to correct you. Don't worry, I was about to correct you.
But it's a shame that Washington can never ever get their say.
They need Joe Gibbs back. That's why.
Well, no, didn't they try that before? Didn't they try that before? He's too busy racing cars.
He didn't go. Yeah, if he brings his race cars with him, they might do well.
I was going to say.
Wide receivers.
Joe's too worried about looking at his 3 Super Bowl rings with 3 different quarterbacks. That's what it is.
That's what I was going to.
He's just. And I wonder which one of those 3 is his favorite. And I'm not going to be Tom Brady like and sit here and say the next one because Joe's not winning another one. Right. But I wonder. I just sit back and be like, "Come on, Joe, you could tell me. Philly sports guy.
If I had to make a guess, I'm going to say Doug Williams.
I was going to say that.
Just because of circumstances of him. I mean, he didn't play most of that year. He didn't play.
Right. And that was a strike year, wasn't it? That was a strike year.
No, not that year. No. He won a strike year.
It was the Scabs year because remember they wanted that ring. The replacement players because the replacement players beat the Dallas Cowboys that year. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Actually, I was thinking of the 81 or 82 strike, but there was one in 87 too, right?
Yeah. And if there's one thing Snyder did right, he gave those replacement players their Super Bowl ring. So that is the one kudos. I mean, if you can, next time you see him, tell him that's the one thing Sneaky G approves.
He didn't win a Super Bowl with Keanu Reeves, though. He probably should have. That would really.
Those were the Washington Sentinels, and Shane Falco is still the man.
Yeah.
I love Gene Hackman as the coach. I quote that movie all the time.
What a great movie.
Yeah, I'm quote the last line in that movie. I quote constantly. Greatness, no matter how brief, stays with a man. That is such a true statement.
Yeah.
When the sumo was trying to bulk up during the game, eating a.
You're one crazy SOB. I never seen anybody eat eggs before a game.
I'm trying to bulk up. Oh, that was a good. Now you know what? I'm gonna throw this out there. Now, since we're on this topic, best football movie, in your opinion, all times, go. Okay.
Remember the Titans.
TruBlu.
Remember the Titans.
You got to pick another one. Well, this for you it'd be 1A. Since I agree, but and I don't mean to put you on the spot if you can't think of one right off the top. We'll come back, Jamie.
I'm from Philly, so shouldn't I just say Invincible?
My favorite. Obviously, honorable mentions. Any Given Sunday. I'm sorry, Any Given Sunday, but my favorite.
Willie Beeman.
Right? Wait. TruBlu, do you got one? By any chance? No. Okay. Well, you got Varsity Blues. You got what the 10-yard? Is it the 10-yard?
We are
I mean,
The
do we
long
talk
yard.
about Brian's song? Is that
No,
Brian's
no, no.
song?
The one with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah,
And then
the long-
and they the longest you got the longest yard.
Right.
that wasn't Kurt Reynolds,
Brian's
though. That was a
song
different
isn't
one.
that with the
that was Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds and Adam Sandler.
yeah, the
well,
remake.
yeah, but the Adam
Oh,
Sandler
the
did
remake.
the second one.
The Little Giants.
Okay.
Little
okay.
Giants.
I like that.
We're getting
I
that
like
a
that.
lot of that one.
Yeah.
we played twice. Don't
and
That
forget
was the
We Are
annexation
Marshall.
of Puerto Rico.
We Are Marshall. Yep.
We Are
My-
Marshall.
That was a
Rudy.
great movie. That was a great movie.
My favorite all times. Every time it's on, I got Unnecessary Roughness. Scott Bakula.
Very
And-
underrated movie, yeah.
Thank you. And they had that
Sinbad's in that movie, isn't he?
yeah, we
Yes,
gonna
he is.
party.
Yeah, they're the defensive lineman. Was that
Yeah.
before or after he did Shazam?
Oh no, that was after. That was
He
that
didn't
was.
do Shazam. It's not a real
No.
movie.
But he did a genie movie. I want to say, didn't he do it?
Well, he didn't. He never did a genie movie.
You might be right.
I know.
You might be
I
right.
know.
Yeah, you
It's
might be
a
right.
big thing. It's Kathy Ireland was the kicker.
Yes.
Yes.
Andy. Yes. My favorite line in that whole movie was, of course, it was the last play of the game, and the sumo turned around and said, he called him Mr. Blick. He looked him dead in his eye, and he was like, "He will not touch you." And then when they
the replacements.
what
That's the
what-
replacements.
well, that was also an Unnecessary Roughness. And then when they hit the hand, the music happened. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
Yeah, in the replacements, yeah. He won't touch. Yeah, he will not touch you. Actually, he's because he gets hauled for holding, and then they got to do the play, and the kicker breaks his arm in the replacements.
Yeah, in this one it was the number one linebacker, all conference, whatever, kept tackling Scott Bakula. And then in the movie, they're like, he said, "Can anybody stop him? I mean, anybody gonna stop him? Anybody?"
How about the movie? How about the movie where the college kids and they're laying down in the middle of the highway, and they had to cut that part of the movie after the fact?
Oh my God, the program. It was the program. The program.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, James Caan.
Okay.
James Caan.
Okay. Wait. Are you injured or are you hurt?
Yeah.
And he was like, "What? Are you injured or are you hurt?" Oh, I love that. That's by far the best line from me. I'm sorry, I didn't want to get off track. But okay, if I may, about the Giants and how we're gonna go on in the season this year.
Now, which one of those teams in those movies would have won the NFC East last year? It's probably the question we should have come up with.
I would have to say the Giants and the Little Giants. They would have. I mean, what would have happened? They would have had that Alka-Seltzer in their mouth, intimidation, and it would have been a wrap. All the teams would have just gave up, and
They would have thought they all had COVID.
Exactly. And what was the final play that Joe Montana?
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
The annexation of Puerto Rico. Oh man, good times.
And I tell you, this is the type of quality entertainment that you get from the
Right.
NFC East show.
Yes. Our teams were so bad. We're talking about football.
Make-believe movies.
Yes. And imagine which team would beat the NFC East. So this year, away, we got Kansas City, the Giants, of course. I'm speaking of. We have Kansas City, Chargers, the Bucks, the Saints, Dolphins, and Chicago.
It's interesting. The Eagles and Washington share home opponents, and you guys share away opponents.
No,
Yeah.
we're playing Minnesota. We're not playing
No.
Chicago.
Minnesota's that's not a common opponent, but you guys share the away, because you guys play New Orleans, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and LA away, and we play them both at home.
Is anybody? So we're the only team that's playing Chicago?
Yes.
Okay.
We play Detroit.
Okay, and then
each one has an NFC North team.
Keith, who you guys playing?
They play Green Bay. They play Green Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they play You play the Vikings, Dallas?
Yes.
Okay.
The Vikings wound up in 3rd place, huh?
Yep.
Kirk Cousins.
And now that I'm looking at it, it's really unfortunate. But because I was at the last game, the last Bronco game the Giants were at, and I guess because of that, yeah, we play them at home this year at MetLife, and at home we have the Falcons, the Panthers, the Raiders, Broncos, and the Rams. Which when that whole trade happened between Goff and Stafford, someone asked me that question, and before I even looked at our 2021 opponents, I'm like, it don't affect me. Then I looked at our opponents, I'm like, oh crap, it affects us. So,
and Eddie's asking, yeah, we're all playing the AFC East, and we're all playing it on the road. So, and that's how the NFL has decided to do it. That they're going to alternate NFC and AFC East away or home. So, like next year, the NFC is going to have a home against. I think that they separated it. I don't know how that's going to be separated. I don't know if all the AFC teams get home and all the NFC teams get home. I kind of thought that they were going to switch it up so that everybody could play over in Europe, that they were going to try not this year, but the following year, that everybody is going to have a week over in Europe to play game.
Correct.
Yeah. I don't.
Every team.
Well, because and the reason why that is because that 17th game is going to be a road game kind of for both teams.
Yep.
Where one is going to be a home, one's going to be the home, but it's going to be away.
But that's not.
It'll be either in Mexico.
Okay,
it'll be either in Mexico. I heard that there was conversation about Brazil and like Rio de Janeiro, and of course England.
Well, it can't be in Brazil right now, if I'm not mistaken. Their situation with COVID is completely different than ours.
We're not counting 2021. We're talking 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, because nobody's going to be taking a travel this year. Everybody's going to get an actual home game because they're not going to Mexico either.
I will say I'm extremely disappointed that the Giants aren't going to Denver because that we lived there for about a couple of years. And Denver's a gorgeous place, gorgeous stadium, and I just can't wait to go back. I've had some great friendships, and as a matter of fact, a Broncos fan gave me those tickets and this is what he told: take your son, have a good time. And I'm like, all right, well, just take your. Okay, but how much you want for the ticket? Take your son and have. People at Denver, Colorado, shout out. Love you guys. Yes.
What would your thoughts be on having that 17th game in an alternative stadium, in an alternative NFL stadium? What I mean is that, for instance, the Eagles are going to be playing the Jets, and instead of playing it up in New York, we go play it down in Miami.
Oh, a neutral site you're talking about, right?
Right. Okay. Where it's at a completely different stadium. So like we could play it at the Superdome, or we could go to LA, and I'm picking all great sites, but right. It could also be in Seattle. You know what I mean? So I guess you'd want to keep it east. Like if you're two East teams, you want to keep it fairly east.
I'll tell you what, as long as we can get another Giant, if the Giants can come here twice a year, I'm for it. Simple as that. I'm for it.
I don't think it could be a neutral site because that would conflict with the Super Bowl. It's the only game played. It's the only game played in a neutral site.
Well, that's not true unless you're playing over in Europe or in or playing down in where you call it Mexico.
Well, in the Pro Bowl. I mean, I know the Pro Bowl is not a game, but that's at a neutral site, either Hawaii or Miami or wherever.
Well, it's actually it's Orlando.
It's going to be in Vegas.
Orlando. Oh yeah, that's right. It's going to be in Vegas. Yeah. You know what? I think we might make a trip out there. We might have to make a trip out there.
So you get the Pro Bowl, and then 2 months later you get the draft.
Yeah.
You have to make 2 trips to Vegas.
Hey,
And, and we go out there this year anyway, so we're going to be out there a lot, it seems.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going out there for the Eagles to play. Then we're going to go out there to go for the Pro Bowl. And then we're going to go out there for the draft, and then, it's like, I might as well just move there.
You might as well move there.
No.
That might be dangerous. That could be bad for you, I think.
You know what, TruBlu? I just need a reason. I just need a reason. That's all I need to go to Vegas.
You got 2 coming up.
I got 2. Yep. So. I got 2. The third one.
Eddie happens to mention bring it to Japan or Australia. And the only problem I have with that is that, you'd have to do that with West Coast teams only.
Right. Yeah.
Because the East Coast teams, it would be forever to fly out there to get to any one of those sites. There's not. It's a long flight just to go there. Just going to Hawaii even is a long flight. So yeah. I don't know that you could do that to these teams. I can imagine that there would be a lot of apprehension from the teams that are involved to do that.
So I'm gonna stay here and fly in 70,000 people from the UK to watch a game here.
I don't know about you guys, but jet lag is a real thing. When I was in the service and we were stationed in Germany, I was messed up for about a couple of weeks, if not a good solid month. Jet lag is and for these players to go out there and come back within a week, my hat goes off to you guys, because I was messed up for a little bit. The time difference and just it was horrible. It was horrible.
When do you get old?
I am old.
Not me.
No.
I'm old.
Great for 65. Hey,
Thank you. I actually just submitted my ARP. I'm just waiting for. I'm waiting for approval. That's
only 50. I got that at 50.
Oh,
61. I'm going to be very soon. 61.
I hope I look as good as you.
I definitely know that you're like the old man of the group there, Keith.
I am.
So you're the grandpop.
Almost every group I'm in.
I think Franco's got me beat by a minute.
Nope.
Wait.
Nope. You're younger than me, Franco?
Yep.
Wait, am I the baby of the bunch?
Yes.
What? Hell yeah. I have a lot of...
I would also say you're the most well-fed.
Hey, you know what? I don't know about that, Jamie, because
doesn't mean that I do a lot.
Hey, I have video of you putting away some BB. Like I said, this is the only thing I have that's bought and paid for the record. That's all I'm gonna say. But Jamie, I don't know.
That chair is.
I don't know. Well, I didn't buy it. Mama Boss got this for me. So this is a gift. As long as I stay good and I don't misbehave, I get to keep this. I get to keep this. Yeah. It's mine until then,
So hopefully for at least 2 more days.
At minimum, yeah, minimum.
So all right, so then let's talk about. I'm gonna mention the team, and you're gonna say whether you guys think you're gonna win or lose. New Orleans.
Win.
I think New Orleans is going to be a train wreck this year. So I think that also will be a win for the Eagles, seeing that we beat them last year. Tampa Bay.
Win.
Ooh, everybody's got to win. Everybody.
I don't think the Giants.
I know we are.
I don't think Dallas beats them.
Playing at home. I'm going to say win.
Yeah, we're playing at what?
Got them at home.
Yeah, we're playing at home.
I got them at home. No, you're playing them away.
No, we're playing away. Oh, we're definitely going to win.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Okay. You don't have Eli Manning.
Hey, mark it. Watch. If it happens, you better not be on that show.
Atlanta.
Win.
Everybody's got to win. So you guys are going 16-0, right?
No, I got them lost.
We're going 17-0.
Carolina.
Lose.
I tell you what, I already got Sneaky wrong on 3 accounts so far. He's going to be wrong in 3 counts. I tell you, I'm going to mark these down. I'm going to keep track of these. Win. Get out of here.
Okay. All right.
Watch them go like 0-6 again.
No, not this year. I don't know.
Okay.
Not this year.
We'll see.
We will.
All right.
We will.
So, did I say Carolina yet?
Yeah.
Win.
Lose.
Yeah, I actually think that we beat Carolina. I don't trust Sam Darnold. I think it's a good idea for him, but like I said, I don't know. I do think we beat Atlanta, and I think we beat New Orleans. I don't know about Tampa Bay. I think that we'll lose that one. So, all right, Kansas City.
Win.
We're going into their home.
Oh, jeez. Lose.
I'm going win.
Be realistic here. Lose.
Why do you think you're going to win, Sneaky? Who's going to be you think the quarterback who couldn't beat anybody except Washington till the last 2 weeks of the season all of a sudden is going to beat everybody? Come on. Pick six Daniel Jones. You still got Evan Ingram, right? He's still going to fumble 6 or 7 times, cost about 3 interceptions. Yeah, you're going to win all them games? Get out of here. Stop eating that whatever sandwich that you got, that dessert, that cookies and cream dessert, because it's got some good stuff in it that's making you talk ridiculous.
Next, continue on. Noted.
Nichols alone, by the way.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you. All right with me, Keith. You all right with me?
I think you missed the nickel part, but that's okay.
He'll be Danny Dimes again. Win.
Chargers.
Win.
Against Chargers, yeah, we'll win.
Yeah, I actually have that win as a win as well. Broncos.
Win.
We're playing them. There's a lot of undefeated teams here in the league, boy.
Yeah, exactly. A team that couldn't put 2 wins together in a row until it didn't matter anymore, and then they cried about the Eagles putting in their backup quarterback.
You don't want to. Hey, you don't want to talk about the Eagles again. Don't bring up that last game.
I tell you, I'm gonna send you out. I'm gonna send you out the box of tissues early. So
you had a coach that lied to you guys. So don't be talking about that Eagles game. Matter of fact, as the great coach Judge said, we'll let that game speak for itself.
Yeah, just like you should let all the other games that you guys played speak for themselves too. So Judge wasn't that great of a coach because he lost a lot at the beginning of the season.
The other coaches didn't, give up a lead or even give up a fight or give up on the team period or even have a player say this ain't right. But please continue with the teams. I'll wait whenever you're ready.
Las Vegas.
Win.
I'm going to say, win.
Carr, we got him. We'll win.
All right. I have that down as a loss for us. But
I got Washington losing to the Broncos.
Now, here's the most important thing. The schedule itself. What's dictated? How many road games away? How many home games straight?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know that yet. I mean, we're just calling out. I mean, Sneaky's just saying win because he forgot what the word loss is. You know what I mean? So I already know. He's eating too much of that pudding. You know what I mean? And he's just,
I refuse. I refuse to sit here and circle teams of that we're going to win or lose. If I don't believe that we're going to win every single game, I'm doing my team a disservice. Now, that's just my opinion. People call me Homer. People call me what they want. It don't faze me. I don't care. And I don't mean to be, stubborn or whatever, but I look at it like the players. I'm not going to sit there in the locker room and be like, this is going to be tough. No. Michael Strahan said it. If you believe it, it's going to happen. And I'm going to believe our team's going to win. If they do, they do. If they don't, and if you're going to ask me, I'm going to give you my answer. That's it. That's just how I roll.
So
And you know that. And you know this.
It's not realistic.
How do you until we lose a game, I could be right. You know?
Yeah, I remember. See, that's how I met Sneaky, because he said he was going to be 16-0.
Yep.
And I told him, and I told him that was the very first TikTok that I ever did, with Sneaky. And I said, Sneaky, I'll expect the revision when you play the Eagles. And
you know what he did? Because when we lost to the Steelers last year, I said, all right, we're going 15-1. Simple as that. And then 14-2, and hey. And
then he sang the song. He sang the song.
I remember that.
And then you wore the shirt. Oh, it looked so good on you.
Yeah,
my face on your chest looked really, really good.
I tell you, the song was a lot better. The song was a lot better.
And you said my outro too, so we're even. In our own way, we're even in our own way.
Yep. I would play it for you, but everybody saw it last week. I won't. Yeah, I tell you, because my ears bleed if you play it too much. That rendition is not a very good rendition.
You should show the. You should show the original.
No.
Wait, are you saying no to Keith, or are you saying no to me?
I'm saying no to the original, because your original.
Oh, the
was weak sauce, and it was a Dallas Cowboys fan.
It was not no Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yep.
Oh my God. Do you guys even know what we're talking about? Do you know what we're talking about at all? Oh, Keith, do you know?
I'm imagining a wager that somebody won or lost.
No. Wait, Jamie.
No?
Wait, Jamie. Let me. I mean, Let me tell the story. Let me tell the Keith.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. And I'll make it quick. After the Super Bowl, TruBlu, you know about this, right?
Yes.
Okay. After the Super Bowl, an Eagles fan with his friends, they rooted him on to eat horse.
Oh, what? I can't hear you, Sneaky. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Horseman. Horse shite. Scheisse.
And I had a Dallas Cowboys fan who lost.
He was not a Dallas Cowboys fan. He was not, and you know it. Everybody knows it. He was not. He was a diehard. You got to be a diehard fan to eat horse poop. I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm not a fanatic of any team enough to do that. So.
Me neither. I love the Giants, but I don't love the Giants.
You don't love them that much, huh?
Nope. Look. I'll put a tattoo on myself. Can you imagine the morning with his girlfriend, and he's yawning in his girlfriend's face, and he's like, "Honey," his girlfriend, "Honey, I smell shit. What is that? What is that?" And he's like,
well, that's what happens when you're a Dallas Cowboys fan anyways.
No.
He said he's a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Nope.
That's TruBlu. That's a true essence of denial. That's what that is. He don't want to claim him as his own.
I wasn't that guy.
But you don't want to claim him as your own. That's what it is. No. You don't want to embrace him. You don't want to give him a hug and a kiss.
You're right. I am definitely not giving him a hug and a kiss.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I tell you what, one day I'm going to get him on here. I'm going to find out who this guy is, and we're going to bring him on the show. And we're going to set the record straight.
And if you pay him to say he's a Dallas Cowboy fan, I am not going to believe him. at all. If he says that, I am not going to believe him. I'm sorry.
Well, if he comes on wearing a Dallas Cowboys uniform, I can't tell him any different. Or maybe he's even a Giants fan.
No, he is not. No damn. No,
he's not a Redskins fan. Oh, no. I'm sorry. He's not a football
right? Fan. Yeah, no.
I'm going to get kicked off of the air if I say Redskins all year long, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I ain't kicking you, so it doesn't matter to me.
Good.
But I like I said, I know my story and I'm sticking to it. He's a Cowboys fan. He lost the bet.
Nope.
Not true. Yeah, not a true story. Not a true story.
Because Eagles fans are some of the nicest people in the world. Nicest people in the world. I tell you, I can only speak from experience that when a Dallas Cowboys fan sees his longtime idol and he needs to find somebody to take a picture, that Eagles fan steps up and takes the picture.
Okay. For Your Honor, Exhibit A of Eagles fans being the nicest, which is complete BS. If the vet has its own courthouse in it, that tells you a little bit about the fan base.
Hey, listen, I want you to show me that jail at the vet. Show it to me. The vet's not even around anymore. You can't show me no jail. You weren't there. You don't know.
Wait, are you saying they didn't have one?
No, I'm saying that
that's not what I'm asking.
There. You have
no clue. Non-existent now.
Right.
I think if this show was on 10 years ago, we'd been doing a remote from someplace else with pegs. That's what I'm thinking. But
we would have.
My God!
I tell you what, if that had been a show to do it from the jail, and it wasn't a jail; it was a holding cell. It was only a holding cell.
Oh, they had a courthouse there. They actually had a judge.
But it was a holding cell. It wasn't a jail.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to imply you served your whole sentence at the vet either.
No, you didn't.
A holding cell is still a cell.
Oh my God.
A jail cell.
But Eagles fans are the nicest breed of fans in the NFL. I tell you, they're very loyal. They're so serene and docile.
Yeah.
What? I didn't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh God.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. I was waiting for it.
Again, the quality of entertainment that you get in our show. This is why we needed to have an NFC East show. This is the perfect reason for that. Because it doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, we've said Zodiac TV back years right now. I think just
exactly.
This was good times. This was good times.
So when is the schedule being released this month?
Well, they're saying. So I was told that it's going to happen after the draft. That last year was the first time that they released the schedule after the draft, and because they want to see who has been drafted, and they want to start to do the matchups kind of because of that. They are waiting till after the draft than before, because I know in 2019 they would release it a week beforehand.
Yeah.
Last year was the first year they released it afterwards, and they're going to do it again.
Well, wasn't last year they delayed it because of the whole COVID situation? It was like postponed and pushed back. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So we're looking at the first weekend of May.
First or second weekend of May.
Are we really happy about a 17th game?
Nope, I'm not.
Anybody?
What's that?
Are we really happy about a 17th game? I'm not.
No, because I'm headed back up to Boston.
Well, regardless of where you're going, I just don't get it. The NFL is such hypocritical.
Thank you.
It just kills me.
Well, I mean, TruBlu, you should actually be happy that there's a 17th game. Now you guys can't go 8-8 ever again.
Well, that's a good point.
I mean, we're
going
17-1.
15-2. Come on, let's be real. Hey, but seriously, TruBlu, are you coming to the Giants Cowboys game?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Hey, Do you come up game day or before?
It just depends on the what's going on. If I'm going to go up there and do a promo or something.
Hey, link up with me. We got to talk. We got to talk.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I got an awesome barbecue place, man. We got to get fat and happy. We got to get fat and happy.
Wow.
Didn't the guy that did this show the guy who was doing this show with you last year meet you somewhere too? Squeaky? And that's why we had to get all the people.
He just called you Squeaky. He just called you.
What was that?
Called you Squeaky. Squeaky G.
Oh, man.
I swear. Hey. Keith, I thought that was your pet name for Jamie. That's why I waited. I was like, "Are you talking about Philly?" I mean,
well, listen, just so you know, Prevagen is one of the sponsors of my show. It's not easy. Sorry, Sneaky. It would behoove me to get your name right, probably.
Yes, Sneaky G. Sneaky G.
I mean, it's only on the screen.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't even remember what I was going to ask you now. So.
Next week, I'll have it all in caps, bold lettered, underlined. It's
not going to matter. I'm going to call you Squeaky forever now.
Right. I'll correct you. Don't worry. No, I didn't really meet up with anybody. But no, Jamie and I did meet up for the Eagles Cowboys game, but it was after the game, right? It was after the game
that's who you were looking for.
And that's who I met up with afterwards. Correct.
Yeah. We went to Heart 8, and we ate good.
And that's where I put on the shirt because we had lost and bets were made and bets were made.
Yeah.
So and I not only did I get what's his name? Trolled by the owner of the Dallas Cowboys by sending down a game day catalog to TruBlu as he was there as my guest. He came there on my ticket, and after he gets one, he sees me sitting right next to him. We're the ones getting pictured all the time, so he knows I'm there. He gives him one. Don't worry, Jerry. Next time I see you, I'm definitely going to do I'm going to fart right in your area.
I feel like I've lived this moment the last 3 weeks in a row.
I know we're short on time. TruBlu, have you actually met Jerry Jones?
Have I just going straight through saying hi?
Oh, that's it?
On purpose.
Yeah, no real time. He's busy. I'm busy.
Look, I'm sure if Jerry gave you a phone call, you're going to open your calendar. I will say that right now.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I will say, and I'm happy to admit, and I know we're running short, I met Steve Tisch, the vice president of the Giants. Awesome guy. Awesome. No complaints.
I've done an Eagles chant twice with Jeffrey Lurie.
There you go.
He sees me and I did an Eagles chant and that was that. You know what I mean? So I'm still waiting for my phone call, but he doesn't call.
Right. Yeah, likewise.
I have nothing to say about the owner of the
Oh, you didn't go on the airplane with the never mind, let me stop.
No, it was all women, I think.
Exactly. His legs weren't pretty enough.
They weren't squeaky clean. Is that what you're saying? They weren't squeaky clean.
Hey, listen, we got 1 minute left to go, so everybody, real quick, do your outros and we'll get wrapped up here. TruBlu.
All right, we'll see you around next week. This comes from TruBlu, Cowboys Nation. Stay true, stay blue.
Sneaky.
Hey, everybody, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for listening, and let's go Giants! Oh!
I'm going to try to keep this squeaky clean over here, and we're going to be politically incorrect this year and stick with the Redskins. Go Skins!
EAGLES, Eagles. Everybody, thank you so much. Stay tuned for the next episode on Zodiac TV. And everybody, Northeast Streaming Sports is still the best. Yeah, go Birds. Have a great night, guys.